Have you ever felt that something big was about to happen, but you couldn't quite explain why? What if one single announcement could quietly change the entire direction of a career? And what if the stage where it happens isn't just any stage, but one that defines prestige, power, and legacy in Italy? Tonight, you may think you already know the news, but trust me, the real impact is much deeper than it seems. Because sometimes, the most important moments don't arrive with noise. They arrive with meaning. And this one is impossible to ignore. On February 24th, 2026, Yammen will step onto one of the most prestigious stages in Europe. Not as a guest, not as a passerby, but as a co-host of the legendary festival of Sanremo. At first glance, it sounds exciting. But when you truly understand what Sanremo represents, this moment becomes something else entirely. Something symbolic, something powerful, and something that deserves a closer look. The Festival of Sanremo is not just a music event. In Italy, it is culture, history, and national conversation combined into one massive spectacle. Imagine the Oscars, the Latin Grammys, and the World Cup existing in the same universe. That is Sanremo. Everything that happens there is discussed, dissected, praised, and criticized across television, social media, and every major platform. So when a name appears in the official lineup, it is never random. It is a statement. And this year, that statement is Yammen. But the story becomes even more interesting when you look at who will be sharing the stage with him. Because John won't be standing alone. He will co-host the opening night alongside Carlo Conti, one of Italy's most respected and influential presenters. A man whose presence alone guarantees credibility and authority. And then there is Laura Pausini, an icon, a voice that defined generations. A woman whose career didn't just succeed, it endured. For many people, Laura Pausini is more than a singer. She is memory. She is emotion. She is the soundtrack of entire chapters of life. Her music crossed borders long before global careers became common. Italian, English, Spanish, Portuguese. Her voice adapted, evolved, and conquered. Latin Grammys. A Golden Globe, an Oscar nomination. And yet, despite all of this, she remains known for something rarer than awards: humility. Her journey, interestingly, began at this very festival. Sanremo was not just a stop for her. It was the beginning. And now, decades later, she returns to that same stage. This time, not as a newcomer, but as a legend, standing beside Yammen. That alone changes the energy of the night. Because being invited to co-host Sanremo is not a casual decision. It means trust. It means prestige. It means the country is watching you closely. And Italy is watching Yammen. Over the past years, his presence in Italian media has grown steadily. Not loudly, not aggressively, but consistently. His portrayal of Sandokan reignited nostalgia while introducing a new generation to a legendary character. The series didn't just perform well. It reminded Italy of something it once loved. And when that happens, the connection becomes emotional. So emotional, in fact, that discussions of a second season began to surface. 50 years after the original 1976 series. That kind of revival doesn't happen by accident. And this is where the story takes another turn. Because the confirmation didn't come through rumors. It came through official channels. Yammen was tagged on Instagram by the Festival of Sanremo itself, along with major Italian networks. A photo circulated with a caption that immediately caught attention. The message was clear. The announcement was real. Shortly after, John shared a TG1 video, Italy's main news broadcast. The headline left no room for doubt. The casting of the Festival of Sanremo was taking shape. The latest name confirmed by Carlo Cani was John Yammen, the new Sandokan, co-host of the opening night. The tone of the report was playful at first, a touch of humor, a light introduction. But underneath it, the message was serious. 22 days before the festival, the stage was set. Sanremo's first night would bring together music, history, and a very intentional choice of presents. And then came John's own words. In a longer excerpt shared later, he spoke directly to the audience. Not with arrogance, not with certainty, but with gratitude. He spoke about the questions he kept receiving. Will it happen? Is it real? Are you coming? He admitted he couldn't remain indifferent to the affection and generosity shown to him. Despite an intense filming schedule in Spain, the impossible was made possible. And finally, the announcement appeared on Italian national television. His message ended with something simple, yet revealing. A hope not to disappoint anyone. A request for support. And symbols that mattered. The Italian flag, the Turkish flag, and a blue heart. The response was immediate. Support. Affection. Pride. And this is where everything connects. This is not just about hosting a festival. It is about belonging. It is about recognition. It is about standing on a stage that does not welcome outsiders easily. John Yammen didn't arrive at Sanremo by chance. He arrived because his presence now carries weight. And here, on Magazine News and Gossip, we look beyond headlines. We look at meaning. Because when you place John Yammen next to figures like Carlo Cani and Laura Pausini, you are not just creating a show. You are creating a message about trust, about evolution, about the kind of career that doesn't burn fast, but grows deep. February 24th will not just be another night of music. It will be a moment that people will talk about, question, analyze, and perhaps only later truly understand. So now I ask you, what does this moment represent for John Yammen's future in Italy? Is this a celebration of what he has already achieved? Or the quiet beginning of something even bigger? Because if there's one thing Sanremo teaches us, it's this. The most unforgettable stories don't always announce themselves loudly. Sometimes they simply take the stage.